Dear students, in the last class we discussed about the energy band diagram of open circuited PN junction. Now let us move to the operation of a PN junction diode, and here when a P material is combined with the N material, it will form a junction. So for this we have studied how a PN junction will be formed. Suppose the same PN junction diode is connected with a forward bias. That means if P material is connected to positive terminal of the battery, N material is connected to negative terminal of the battery, it will be considered as a forward biased condition. In that case, see here, a barrier will be formed in between the junction. So if this is particularly forward biased, that means the supply will be given to both the terminals, anode and cathode, so that a current flow will take place within the diode. Therefore, we are going to calculate the expression for diode current, because it is not always possible to find out how much amount of current is passing through the diode for a particular voltage. So we are going to design a formula which will calculate how much amount of current is flowing across the diode with the different voltages. Now let us start the derivation. Dear students, now we are going to study the derivation or the expression for diode current equation. What is this first of all? Here, when a PN junction diode is connected in forward bias condition, that means if a P terminal is connected to P material is connected to positive terminal of the battery, N material is connected to negative terminal of the battery, this is known as a forward bias condition. For example, when the external voltage is increasing, that means if the forward bias increases, the corresponding diode current also increases. So V as well as current are directly proportional to each other. Okay, so we are going to study the expression for the diode current equation, which we can calculate any time. So whenever you are changing different forward bias voltages, the corresponding current can be calculated by using this diode current equation. So to derive this expression, let us see the construction of PN junction diode. See here, this is a construction. P material, you know that there are more number of positive charge carriers, holes, and in N material there are more number of negative charge carriers known as electrons. So, but in each material, the minority carriers are also present. For example, in case of P material, the holes are majority charge carriers. So, P suffix P represent the holes in P region, majority carriers. In case of N material, there are also holes which are minority carriers in N region, P suffix N, that is the number of holes in N region, and the holes in N region are known as minority charge carriers, because in N-type semiconductor, electrons are majority charge carriers. Okay, so now we can connect these two charge carriers, that is the holes in P region, that is the majority charge carriers in P region, and the holes in N region, that is the minority charge carriers in the N region. So the hole density in P region and the hole density in N region are related by an expression known as a Boltzmann equation. We can also call this as kinetic gas theory. So according to kinetic gas theory, the hole density in P region, the hole density in N region are connected by Boltzmann equation, that is given by P is equal to P n into e to the power of Vb by Vt. Here you know in the last class energy band diagram, we studied about Vt, which is known as volt equivalent of temperature. Vb is the barrier voltage, which is this one, the voltage or the barrier which separates P material with N material, like this. So this equation relates the hole density in P region and hole density in the N region. So here we are talking about the hole concentration. Okay, now when a PN junction diode is open circuited, we can rewrite this formula as Pp is equal to Pn into e to the power of V naught by Vt. So this we can consider as equation number 1. Okay, now if the same diode is forward biased. So as you know already, when this particular PN junction is forward biased, the holes move towards the barrier, electrons move towards the barrier. So after some time, if the external voltage is more than this barrier voltage or V naught, then automatically the barrier width decreases, depletion width decreases. Therefore, here we are going to apply two changes. That is, the hole, some of the holes enter into the N region. So new concentration come into picture. That is, for example, here there are 50 holes and the minority carriers are 2 here. Now when the forward bias is increased, some of the holes enter into this N region, so the 2 will become 2 plus delta P. Therefore now we are going to apply that change. And how the carriers are crossing this barrier, because the external voltage is more than this one, so the barrier voltage decreases. So now this is so this equation is valid when the PN junction diode is under open circuited condition. Next, now under forward bias condition, what is happening? The hole concentration increases in the N region. Therefore, Pp will become Pn plus delta Pn, that is new concentration will occur here, okay, into e to the power of the barrier voltage also decreases. Therefore, V naught minus V by Vt. That is, the barrier voltage V naught reduces, then only holes can diffuse across the into other side, that is N region. So if you separate this Pn plus delta Pn into e to the power of V naught by Vt into e to the power of minus V by Vt. Even on the left side also you can change what is from equation number 1. Pp is equal to this one. So Pp is equal to Pn into e power V naught by Vt is equal to, so here P plus delta Pn into e power V naught by Vt into e power minus V by Vt. So on both sides you can calculate this term. Now Pn is equal to P plus delta Pn into e to the power of minus V by Vt. Okay, now if you bring this e power minus V by Vt to the right side, Pn into Pn into e power minus V by Vt, e power V by Vt is equal to Pn plus delta Pn. Now let us take delta Pn. Therefore, delta Pn is equal to, if you take Pn common, e to the power of V by Vt minus 1. So again you have to substitute equation number 1 for Pn. See here Pn is there. P into e power V by Vt, like that you can, if you substitute, finally we will get, so what is this delta Pn? Delta Pn is nothing but the excess holes enter into the N region, isn't it? So we can call this as a hole current because the carriers are, they crossed the barrier and enter into the N region, that can be called as a hole current. So again, after substitution of this equation number 1 here, finally we can call this as the saturated current due to holes, e power V by e power V by e power V by Vt minus 1. So this equation is nothing but the whole current constituted on the N side after the diode is forward biased. Similarly, if you talk about the electrons, while the electrons from N side they diffuse and enter into the P region, we can call this as IN, the electron current. So this is known as ISN into e power V by Vt minus 1. So what is this ISP and ISN? This is nothing but the saturated current in the N region, the saturated current in the P region. Now the expression for total current is due to sum of the currents due to both holes and electrons, because both holes and electrons cross the barrier parallelly. Therefore, the total current is equal to, I is equal to the hole current plus the electron current. So if you add these two, so it will become ISP plus ISN into e power V by Vt minus 1. So this ISP and ISN we can combine and take a new fraction, that is I is equal to I naught into e power V by Vt minus 1. So this is known as the diode current equation. So here I is known as a diode current, okay, then I naught is known as a saturation current, which is due to the resultant current due to both diffused electron and hole currents, and V is the applied voltage, forward voltage, whatever voltage you are applying to the diode. Vt is known as the volt equivalent of temperature. So by using this equation, you can calculate many number of times how much amount of current is flowing through the diode for different forward voltages. So without conducting any experiment in the lab, you can directly, if you know the forward voltages, if you substitute here, you can easily calculate the current passing through the diode. Now let us recollect how we derived the expression for diode current. Okay, how we started an expression for diode current. First, what we have taken, how we started this expression in a PN junction diode. If you take the construction, the holes in P region, that is the hole density in P region, and the hole density in N region are connected by a Boltzmann equation given by the holes in P region and the hole in N region into e to the power of Vb by Vt. So this is a general Boltzmann equation, and in case of open circuited PN junction diode, Pp is equal to Pn into e to the power of V naught by Vt. So what is this Vb and V naught? This one. So this is the barrier voltage. In case of a semiconductor diode, the Vb is nothing but V naught, which is 0.3 volts per germanium, 0.6 or 0.7 volts per silicon. Now, here this is equation number 1. So, in an open circuited PN junction, the hole density in P region, hole density in N region are connected by this Boltzmann equation. Then, if the diode is forward biased, two things will happen here. The first one is the barrier width decreases. That is, the barrier voltage will also decreases if the same diode is forward biased. So, when the external voltage is increasing, the depletion width decreases so that the barrier voltage is reduced. And second thing is, as soon as the depletion width decreases, some of the holes, they cross the barrier easily and enter into other side. So, the hole density in N region will become Pn plus delta Pn. Suppose if the number of holes here are already 2, which are minority carriers in N region, this number will become 2 plus 1 because one more hole is entering there. So, Pn plus delta Pn. Okay. So, now this is the, when PN junction diode is under open circuited condition, under forward bias condition, PP will become Pn plus delta Pn into e power, barrier voltage also decreases now. So, V minus V by Vt, V suffix T, volt equivalent of a temperature. Now, what we have done? We have divided into two parts, e power V naught by Vt and e power V by Vt. That is equal to, and Pp also we have taken again, Pp is equal to Pn into e power V naught by Vt, and this side Pn plus delta Pn into e power V naught by Vt into e power minus V by Vt. So, on both sides we can calculate this term, we cancelled both sides, and therefore here there is one Pn, here is the one Pn. So, we can separate delta Pn again. So, delta Pn will become what? That is, so previously one more step we can take. So, delta Pn here. Now, Pn is equal to Pn plus delta Pn, okay, into e power minus V by Vt, and take this term to this side and separate delta Pn, okay. So, I have brought this expression this side and I have taken Pn as a common. So, now I can separate delta Pn, that is, how many number of excess holes reached N region. So, delta Pn is equal to Pn into e power V by Vt minus 1. Now, after substitution equation number 1 here for Pn, finally we will get delta Pn is equal to Isp into e power V by Vt minus 1. This is the number of excess holes enter into the N region. So, we can call the, in the same way we can also calculate the electrons, but here this delta Pn is known as hole current. Therefore, the hole current is equal to Isp into e power V by Vt minus 1. Now, similarly, if you assume the number of electrons crossing from N region to P region, we can calculate In, that is the current due to electrons only, that will be calculated as Isn into e power V by Vt minus 1. Now, the total current is nothing but the current due to both holes and electrons. So now if you add IP plus IN, that will become I, total current. ISP plus ISN will be considered as I naught, which is known as a saturation current. So if we add these two equations, we will get the expression for total current flowing in the diode. Therefore, I is equal to IP plus IN. Now, if you see the expression, the total current is equal to I naught into e power V by Vt minus 1. Okay, so this is known as the expression for diode current equation. Now let us study the different cases. Suppose the forward bias voltage is increasing, what is the effect on this equation? Suppose if the reverse voltage is applied to the diode, what will happen? Now let us move to expression for diode current is I is equal to I naught into e to the power of V by Vt minus 1. So this is known as the diode current equation, but for here this equation must be common to all type of semiconductor devices, isn't it? So you cannot limit this equation for only germanium or only silicon or only for some other material. That's why we can slightly change this expression as I is equal to, if you see here, I naught into e to the power of V by eta Vt minus 1. So this is the original expression for diode current equation. What is this eta basically? Eta depends upon the material. Suppose if the material is germanium, eta value is equal to 1. Suppose if the material is silicon, eta value is equal to 2. So that's why if it is 1 or 2, the same formula can be applicable. Therefore, this is a very important equation from the examination point of view, and even for the gate examinations also, you are going to get more number of problems from this expression. So now let us study what is I. I is known as a diode current and I naught is known as the saturation current. V, which is nothing but the voltage you are applying to the diode for proper working, or voltage, forward voltage, and eta is known as a constant which depends upon the material. It will vary from material to material, and Vt is known as a volt equivalent of temperature. That is, for example, Vt is equal to kT by Q. Okay, Boltzmann constant, charge on the electron, T is absolute temperature. So if you substitute K and charge on the electron, because they are fixed values, then you will get finally T by 11,600. It is 11,600. So at absolute temperature, at room temperature in case of centigrade 27, absolute temperature is 300 degrees Kelvin. So if T is equal to 300 by 11,600, that will become approximately 26 millivolts. So at room temperature, the volt equivalent of temperature Vt is equal to 26 millivolts. Okay, now let us discuss, suppose if the same diode is forward biased. You know that under forward bias condition, V is greater. Applied voltage, forward voltage is greater. So let us see two different cases. First one, two special cases we discuss here. Special cases. First one is if the forward voltage, when the diode is forward biased. Therefore, under forward bias condition, V is positive. V is equal to positive. Voltage is positive, therefore if this equation, if V is positive, the first term is greater than -1. Therefore, the equation becomes I is equal to I naught into e to the power of v by eta Vt. That's all. Because the first term is greater than minus 1, that's why I is equal to I naught into e power v by eta Vt. So this is a very valuable equation for solving more number of problems. And second case, under a reverse bias condition, the applied voltage is considered as a negative. Reverse voltage you are applying, that is, if V is negative, the first term will be lesser than this minus 1. So the final formula will become I is equal to I naught into minus 1, because the second term will be the greater one. Therefore, I is equal to minus I naught. So this is the second special case. The expression for diode current changes to I is equal to minus I naught under reverse bias condition, I is equal to I naught in forward bias condition. Okay, now let us see what is the variation of this reverse saturation current on the temperature. How this I naught varies, how it affects the diode current. Okay, now let us take another point. Now, just now we have finished the expression for diode current equation, and during forward bias condition how the current varies, during reverse bias condition how the current varies, we studied very clearly. Now, if you compare the same expression, if you want to study here, see the VI characteristics of a PN junction diode. Here I is this one. See, this is the current axis and this is voltage axis. As soon as you are increasing the forward voltage, the diode current increases very sharply. Here we have seen different temperature variations also. At room temperature, this is the current. When the temperature increases, semiconductor devices are strongly temperature dependent, so they conduct early, so that the conducting current is like this. And if you still reduce the temperature below the room temperature, then it will take more voltage for real conduction. See, now let us concentrate on what is I naught. I naught, I said it is a reverse saturation current. See here, if you see the room temperature characteristics at 25 degrees centigrade, here this represents the saturation current, I naught. Suppose the temperature increases, what is happening here? Here this is the saturation current, reverse saturation current. See, I naught increases. So we can say that any type of semiconductor material, either germanium or silicon, if you take, on an average, the reverse saturation current I naught changes by 7% per degree centigrade. That is, there is a lot of variation. For every 1 degree rise of temperature, the reverse saturation current will also changes, especially increases. So here, this is the difference. So there is some other rating also for every 10 degrees rise of temperature. For example, 10 degrees. If the temperature increases, here we talked about for every 1 degree rise of temperature, on an average, I naught increases by 7%. So this current should not increase, because this will lead to the breakdown of the junction and cause destruction of the semiconductor diode. Therefore, here one more rating is for every 10 degrees centigrade rise of temperature, I naught doubles. I naught doubles. There is also one more effect on the barrier voltage also. So as soon as the temperature increases, the barrier width also decreases. See here the barrier voltage V naught. Here for every 1 degree rise of temperature, the barrier voltage is reduced by 2 millivolts. So we cannot assume that when the barrier voltage decreases, the diode current increases. So that is a forward bias voltage. But due to temperature also, the barrier width decreases. Actually, what is the barrier width here? 0.3 volts for germanium and 0.6 volts for silicon. But if due to temperature, the barrier width also decreases, this should be avoided again. So there is a lot of temperature dependence on the semiconductor device. Now, at at temperature T is equal to T1, let us assume that the leakage current can be considered as I01. And just now we discussed that as the temperature increases, the leakage current will also increase. If it is for every 10 degrees rise of temperature, leakage current doubles. So let us find out, suppose if the temperature is increasing from T1 to T2. So at T1, the reverse saturation current is I01. Suppose if the temperature is increased to T2, what is the reverse saturation current? So here it can be written as I02 is equal to I01 into 2 to the power of T2 minus T1 by 10. So this is a very useful expression, especially for your GATE examination point of view. More number of problems will be coming from this expression. So there is a strong dependency of temperature on the characteristics of VI characteristics of PN junction diode. Now, these are the assignment questions for based on energy band diagram and diode current equation. See here, this energy band diagram of intrinsic P-type and N-type semiconductors is a very important question, because from this knowledge only you can able to draw energy band diagram of open circuited PN junction. Next one, draw the energy band diagram of open circuited PN junction. So if you are familiar with this first question, second question will be easy for you. Next, write down the expression for diode current. So I is equal to I0 into e power V by eta Vt minus 1. And here you write both special cases also under forward and reverse bias conditions. Next one is write the expression for potential energy E0 and contact potential V0 in a open circuited PN junction. So we are going to please answer all these assignment questions. Thank you.